One.
Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, just when they out it. Your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul boning. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the faith, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. And have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, and always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called
in here, y'all. We in here.
I won't come to last place in life. No.
Shout out Bless
I'm
B in
just
the
trying to win this
building.
race called life. This race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race
Okay. Let
called
me
life.
end this. Let's get this started. Y'all know what we came to do. Y'all know who I am. It's the host with the most, your boy A1. We have a powerful episode today titled Proof Trump Was the Rainbow. I'm not going to use that word here for, we don't want the alphabet boys after me. So we're going to try to keep it as PG-13 as possible. And let me go ahead and show that flyer right there. Yeah, there we go. I came with receipts for that. And in here today, we have my homie from Cleveland, Outlaw Jones. How you feeling today?
Bless, man. Good, D. How you feel?
I'm feeling amazing. Let me give you a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners around the world. Tonight on this very podcast, we have a man whose name rings bells in every corner of the media universe. He's the co-owner of G1 NBC Broadcasting, the driving force behind 50/50 Comics, a filmmaker, writer, director, and full-blown media mogul. And don't forget, when he steps into the classroom, he transforms into a knowledge-dropping K-school teacher shaping the minds of the future. But that's not all. This man is feared, revered, and respected for his brilliant perspective on politics and philosophy. He doesn't just talk the talk, he redefines the conversation. So buckle up, because you're about to witness the voice, the vision, the creative hurricane himself, Outlaw Jones 216. Everybody make some noise. There we go. Get you a proper introduction. How you feeling today? You're muted up. Let me shout out my first three. We got On the Edge. Shout out to On the Edge. We got Bless B in the building, and we got the bar reloaded. Shout out to my first three. And we about to get straight into it, man. I'm not going to hold you too long. I know you want to see what we got. And I promise you, this is one you're not going to want to miss.
Man and woman. Man.
So again, this is called Proof Trump Was, part of the Rainbow Coalition.
I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had to say it.
Hey, that's
He
crazy.
calls me. He used to call me Donald. Now he calls me President. So that's nice respect. But he's a rough guy, smart guy, very successful, very rich. I wouldn't even know how we would know this, but because he's got comments. President, could I ask you a question? What? Look at the muscles of this guy. Excuse me. Could you stand up? Look at that guy. You in the beautiful white shirt. Would you? Look at this guy. Holy mackerel! I'm looking at him. I always wanted to look like that. I just didn't want to do the work. You look good. Don't let anyone stop you. You look good. Put on Pavarotti singing Ave Maria. Nice and loud.
Hey, Outlaw Jones. Did you ever realize how suspect this man has been sounding over the years? Like, I don't know how this stuff flew past me. Like, big pause on a lot of stuff he was saying, man. That's crazy. Let me drop a bomb on that one. Big pause on a lot of that. Let's keep it moving.
Turn it up louder. We want a little action here. Turn it up louder.
Elon Musk, do you plan to speak to him on the phone anytime soon?
Hello?
Uh,
Yeah.
I haven't really
Yeah,
thought
you're here.
about it, actually.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine he wants to speak to
Hey,
me.
did you ever
I
see
would
that
think so.
that clip with
If
Trump
I
and
were him,
Rudy
I'd want to speak.
Giuliani?
No, we're gonna have to put. It was some more fruity shit he did.
Bro, Rudy Giuliani was in full drag, and Trump was like kissing him and smelling the back. And this was done back in the '90s, bro.
Oh yeah, we got to pull that up next. Let
Yeah,
me
it's right
start
on
this
YouTube,
over.
buddy.
Now that you
Yeah,
back,
man.
I'm gonna run this back one more time.
I'll
Yeah, that
kiss
boy was
every guy,
crazy.
man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this guy,
This dude crazy.
this is a guy that was all man. His man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God,
Oh wow.
that's unbelievable. I had to say it.
Big
mean,
pause
Look
on
at that. He
that.
calls me
Hey, you know what? We got some comments in here. The nerdy Bruce says he was at sex parties with Ray Cohen, and Ray was a flaming queen. Are you familiar with that, Brandon?
Nah, I'm not familiar with that, man. I
I'm
really
not
don't. I don't.
familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't follow the escapades of celebrities. I got too much time on my hands. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not surprised. You feel me? Like, I mean, all them dudes when they rich and they got money, they be on drugs every day and drunk every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, then they go into all different types of parties with all different types of mofos. So why would anybody be surprised? You feel me? Like, that's literally that's the life that they've been living for how long? Like, you know what I'm saying? What story have you read in history where the super rich dudes wasn't on some fruitcake shit?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Damn,
Rome,
that's crazy. Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Rome and England, like all of them. When you look at history, they all had like some weird, like, you know what I'm saying? They even say Abraham Lincoln had a little bust down. You know what I'm saying? Bust
What?
down, but yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And so I mean, I don't know why anybody's surprised, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been like that for centuries. Like, gay people been here. Like, I don't even know where I stand. Like, see, I'm so comfortable with my man. Obviously, why gay people make people uncomfortable. Pedophiles make me uncomfortable. I don't care. Like, I really don't follow if a dude be on some dude shit. Because please don't tell me you shouldn't be broadcasting it anyway. But you know what I'm saying? I don't broadcast that I'm out here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight, but I don't broadcast like, yeah, I'm straight. Oh, look at me, I'm straight. Like, I just be chilling. You feel me? I just live my life. You did like so.
And Blessed B says we better have the proof. We better not be up here being pseudo. I dropped that link in the chat for you, Blessed B, if you want to come up here and kick it with us.
So, but like, yeah, that clip on. But here's the thing: there's a clip on YouTube. It's not even a clip on YouTube. It was on TV. You feel me? It's just like, but Mayor Rudy Giuliani was dressed in full woman drag, and they was in some type of. He was acting like he was selling Donald Trump perfume and stuff like that, and he was squeezing on his fake boobies, and Donald Trump was sniffing them and kissing them up and down and stuff like that, Brody.
Oh yeah,
like,
we're gonna have to
real,
pull
bro.
that up.
There's no AI about it.
We're gonna pull that up after we finish this one. Let's get into it.
He used to call me Donald, now he calls me President, so that's nice respect. But he's a rough guy, smart guy, very successful, very rich. I wouldn't even know how we would know this, but because he's got comments. President, could I ask you a question? What? Look at the muscles of this guy. Excuse me. Could you stand up? Look at that guy. You in the beautiful white shirt. Would you? Look at this guy. Holy mackerel! I'm looking at him.
Sure.
I always wanted to look like that. I just didn't want to do the work. You look good. Don't let anyone stop you. You look good. Put on Pavarotti singing Ave Maria. Nice and loud. Turn it up louder. We want a little action here. Turn it up louder.
This guy crazy.
Elon Musk, do you plan to speak to him on the phone anytime soon?
And let me pause this real quick. Tiffany, if you want to come up here, because I know you are an adamant defender of truth, and you know, if you want to come up here and say a few words about this guy, it's Bash Donald Trump Day. You know, bring y'all butts on up here. Don't be shy now. You feel me? Let your voice be heard. Blessed be it, Tiff. Let's go. Let's go.
I haven't really thought about it, actually. I would imagine he wants to speak to me. I would think that. If I were him, I'd want to speak to me, but and maybe he was already called. You'd have to ask him whether or not he's already called. But I'd have no problem with it. Well, I don't want to say that, but but I would imagine he'd want to talk to me.
Did you ever play an instrument?
I played, like, for very short periods of time, the flute. Would you believe
really?
that?
Did you like it?
I had flute lessons. That's the first person that's ever asked me that crazy question. Yeah, I had flute. Can you believe it? I could have been a flutist. We had a lot of choices, putting it on that hill, putting it different places. It's such a beautiful pole, we thought we'd put it near. I mean, it always looks best when it's near a Doral. I put it right near. I have a similar pole. And these are the best poles anywhere in the country, or in the world, actually. They're tapered. They have the nice top. I don't know if you people are aesthetic. They're the fake news. I don't know if I don't know if they're. But it's a very exciting project to me.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. I'm not happy with Iran either. We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
He's a massive guy. This big, powerful guy. This guy he is a monster. A giant of a man.
One really large person.
I've seen a lot of people over the years. Big people. I have a friend, big guy, one of the biggest in the world. This big, strong friend of mine who weighed like 250 then, which 250 then is big. That's like 310 now, right? And graduating cadet.
Hey, I just gotta pause that because that's some dumb ish to say. 250 then is like 3. Hey, you just be saying dumb shit sometimes, man. That's what it motherfucker was. What you mean, bless be? The evidence is right here. You can see. You can't tell. He's been saying all this stuff right here, talking in code, and we missed it the whole time. It took a member of the Rainbow Coalition.
I mean, this right here is just this subject right here, like, is like kind of like this ain't even important for real. Like, I could care less if you suck dick. What I'm really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a grown man, like I could care less. But like I'm more concerned, like we should do, and like this would be more about like breaking down that shit of how he and them Epstein files, or how he be touching on boys. That's
And
what
we
like.
about to get into
I don't care if
all
you're
of
a
that.
fruitcake. I don't care if you're a fruitcake, but I do care if you're a pedophile.
We about to get into all of
You know
that.
what I'm saying? So like I don't like that stuff right there is irrelevant. You know what I'm
Nerdy
saying? But I do
brew.
know one thing though. He letting Russia and Israel clap him cheeks though.
Facts.
He
You gotta
letting-
drop
he
a
letting him
bomb on
clap
that
his
one.
cheeks. He letting the white nationalists clap his cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He bent over before about a few different folks. You know what I'm saying? They running on him. You know what I'm saying? They running the train on him. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
Like so he owe a lot of people to keep him out of jail and keep his cronies in office. You know what I mean? That's the whole breakdown. So he getting towed up. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of different ways. If we want to be technical, you feel me? Like he got the white nationalists. He putting through their agenda. As long as they protect him and keep him out of jail, so he'll do whatever they want to do. Israel got him blackmailed through Epstein, so he'll do whatever they want to do. And Israel probably sent that joint that Russia got it and sent it to Israel, and he standing by doing whatever they want to do, and it's plain as day. You know what I mean? So all that he is literally getting ran on by all of them folks.
You didn't say nothing that I disagree with. He is definitely up there booty clapping for Netanyahu every chance he get. Every chance he
he's shaking it for Putin, and he's shaking it for every white nationalist in this country. You feel me? Like he's shaking it. You feel me? Like he busting it down. And here's the thing: he a smart bust down. He like one of them whores on the corner that you could like keep for a couple of days. You feel me?
You silly. The nerdy brew says.
Because like for real, because what he did was like the Democrats. They did some crooked shit like all the politicians do, and so like what they did was they clapped on that. They clapped on the Democrats, but here's the thing: they clapped on them, but they like like it's either you can tell with crooked Democrats that like gay people, or you can mess with us, us racist white nationalists, but we don't like gay people. And then everybody like, all right, well look, at least y'all don't like gay people, so we're gonna rock with y'all.
We'll get more into it. And I want to get a few more people on the panel before I hop into any discussions.
So that's how they got a lot of their voters. Oh, y'all claim to be Christian. Y'all don't like gay people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because that's why I be hearing a lot of brothers say, oh, like, when all the other excuses fall off, they be like, well, you know what I'm saying? You like rainbows and all that. Like, nah, be like, here's the thing. Gay people been around for centuries. You should be used to that by now. Like, where you been at? Like, so here's the thing. I'd rather live next door to a gay dude than live next door to a pedophile. I'd rather live next door to a gay dude than live next door to a racist. Because why? I ain't involved in no gay to them. Ain't like the gay dude is trying to make me, is like trying to help rope me on a tree and bang me in the booty. But this racist, he gonna do everything like he don't want me to eat. He ain't gonna want me to live in peace. He ain't gonna want none of that. He don't want to live next to me, period. And so he gonna try to take out my existence. This gay dude, he just want to be gay. I don't care. I like
think that's a little. I mean, I understand there are folks like that, and at the same time, there are folks who do want to eradicate the existence of
no, white nationalists. They like, bro. See, people got to get hit. Don't even look at, like you always been saying, don't even look at Trump. Look at Stephen Miller. Look at the guy who's really directly in charge of his policy. Stephen Miller is a white nationalist. That dude believes that it's only be 100 million people in America and it should be only white folk.
And any of the beautiful ladies in the crowd who are my moderators, I need one of y'all up here just to help moderate a little bit. Because on some issues, me and him are on opposing sides. And I just want to make sure, you know, we do have a little moderation, so even we don't start talking over each other, because we can be passionate. We're both passionate about this. No, not on the big picture, but like on little micro situations. Like, you know, you may be for some things I may be against, but in the big picture, we're both for the liberation and the freedom and the forward progress of Black folks. You know, we can both agree on that. Now, how the road and the path to get there, we may have different opinions on how that goes, and that's why it's good to come on these podcasts and sit down and have healthy discussions about it, where, you know, we could do it healthy. And shout out to my squad. Harris Duncan says his love letter from the North Korea president. Hey, we got to go over that.
Yeah, him and Kim Jong.
There's about 60 seconds left on this video. Let me play this.
Nick Reedy became the first person from any service academy to win the college home run derby. Wow, that's a big deal. With a record-breaking 55 home runs. Nick, where are you, Nick? Stand up. Get up here, Nick. You know, they gave him such a lousy seat all the way back in the corner. Come on up. Baseball, home run derby. That's something. In all of college baseball. Wow. I want to feel this guy's muscles. It's real.
Pause.
That's real. That's great.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the end of it right there, folks. Proof President Trump is part of the Rainbow Coalition. And don't say I didn't come with the receipts. You feel me? You know A1 has to come through with the receipts. And, you know, this was all in good fun. You know, these ain't no real receipts. We don't have any proof that this guy swings that way. This was just something to make light of and have some fun, man. It's been so much stressful stuff, news, and, you know, with all the tensions high, man, I'm just trying to get people to crack a smile and laugh a little bit. You feel me? Because we came serious. But back to what you were saying. Bless B says y'all gonna overtalk me. No, Bless B, we ain't gonna do that. I really want you to help moderate a little bit if you can. But definitely, you the female, you the only female that's gonna be up here if you slide up here. So we're gonna let you lead the charge. You know, I'm not trying to get slam dunked on like you did Cordarius the other day. I know better. I've seen you in action. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna publicly challenge you like that. We have some good female debaters over here, and you know they're forced to be working with Brandon. You're gonna find out. You know, they be on these politics panels going hard with the information, and shout out to them. Now you were saying about Kim Jong. Oh no, that was the Kim Jong Un comment. You just gave a little baby rant. It was well warranted though about the recent politics lately. You want to go back into that?
I mean, yeah, it's stupid. like everybody lost it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like now it's just like watching people. It's like wrestling. You feel me? You know, watching people fall for like easily, you know, like manipulated things. Like, you know, and but you know, It's the times we in internet. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody feel like they right. And everybody got a voice until somebody say something you don't like. But if it's about what people are saying. Like we had a time where white nationalists have taken over the government, and you got 7 out of 9 Supreme Court justices. They're constitutionalists, meaning that they believe in the Constitution and how it was originally written. Which, if anybody knows, as Black, the Constitution wasn't originally written for us. So you know what I'm saying. That's
definitely are
a lot of
considered property in the Constitution, and that's something that always still bothered me today. It's like the system is when people say the system is broken, especially Black folks. My favorite line is, "No, it's not. It's running exactly how it was designed to." And you're tripping trying to fix it, because it's especially the way that we've been going about it, thinking that we can infiltrate and do an inside job on the system and fix it from the inside out. Like, that's been proven to fail every time. You only make it so far. You only make it so far when you're willing to make certain sacrifices for certain people, and compromise what I would consider integrity and things like that.
I agree.
But yeah, so it sucks right now. You were going into the pedophilia, and we need to pick a better word. We don't want to live next door to no pedos, right?
No, and just to agree to your point, like like you just said, where people are willing to sacrifice their integrity, you know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of Black folks are doing, supporting Trump. They have sacrificed their integrity and hope that their Republican is going to get in office and somehow make their lives better.
So you think every Black person? I apologize. Let me make sure you're finished. Go ahead.
Not every Black person.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. Okay.
Oh, what's the question?
That was gonna be my question. I'm gonna say, you think every Black person who voted for them compromised integrity, or do you think that's something may have had valid
every
reasons?
Black person that voted for Trump compromised integrity? Yeah, because here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. If there was would you ever, if you knew for a fact that there's this rich ass white dude that was accusing 5 teenagers of committing the crime that they didn't commit without getting all the facts and calling for the death penalty, that's kind of rash. You know what I'm saying? And then would you vote for a guy that wouldn't rent out his apartments to Black folks? That's kind of rash. Would you vote for a guy that's if you really study Trump, the dude that has been accused of raping his wife. There was a trial. He literally went on trial for raping his wife and got convicted of it. There's so much things that people ain't even pay attention about Trump before he even ran for politics. And people be like, a lot of people didn't like Trump just because he a Republican or just because he ran. Nah, a lot of people didn't like Trump before he even ran for office, bro. So a lot of that stuff was already out, and it just showed me how many people actually pay attention to things and don't, because that man's history shouldn't have qualified him for even running in the first place. But he ran.
Definitely agree with that. You
know
made it,
and then he won, and then he ran again, and then if you saw how his first time ran and you voted for him again, you sacrifice integrity. You feel me? So it's just here's the thing: if Trump was Black and he had the same resume, I wouldn't vote for him. If he was Black, I wouldn't vote for him with that same resume.
Can you give me what you mean by I think they all got the same resume. So it's like what. I would have to see what you specifically mean. If you list it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. For instance, if they got the same resume, all of them wasn't born rich like Trump. You know what I'm saying? And then we talking which one are we talking like? Are we talking like Obama? Or are we talking about Bush? Because Bush Senior, yeah, Bush Senior, Bush Junior, and Bush Senior. Okay, yeah. Bill Clinton, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, yeah. They're all like Trump. So yeah, so what you talking? We talking Richard Nixon? Yeah, we talking JFK?
Okay,
maybe. Yeah, you talking? Yeah. Which president? Yeah, so yeah, I totally agree with you. You feel me?
If you want to go back that far,
I wouldn't vote for Bush Senior. I wouldn't vote for Bill Clinton. I wouldn't vote for Biden. I voted independent. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't vote for George Bush Jr. I wouldn't vote for Bill. So I wouldn't vote for Richard Nixon. So I'm still trying to only person I would throw my vote behind is Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even agree with everything he did. And he barely making my scale now. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is, and that was even back then, but I definitely would vote for Barack Obama over George Bush Jr. You feel me?
You still there? You just
Yeah,
cut
I
out.
agree. They're all
Okay. Yeah. I was just about to say that, like, man, they like
Ronald Reagan, like
if we go back down the list, it ain't one who would earn my vote, honestly. Like at every stage in history, like I would be part of the damn resistance. Because again, like I say, if we have proper knowledge, we know the shit wasn't built for us in the first goddamn place. There's always something to fix. Like, so even see, people say I'm a Trump supporter. They call me a Trump supporter. He could have never earned my vote. I was an independent, but when I correct things for the record, I get that. But I'm even on the resistance against him. But the one thing I say is
Jimmy Carter. He earned my vote. Jimmy Carter.
Like,
I would have voted for Jimmy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You funny.
I would have voted. All the rest of them no,
man.
but I would have voted for Jimmy Carter. I mess with
You know what? And we got a comment right here. Trump was racist in early 70s, and I remember very well. Now, you know what? First of all, we have to shout out. We have a guest on the panel, one of the female debaters going hard in the arena of politics and philosophy. She's got an upcoming debate on the horizon. If this opponent doesn't run again, she's been scaring them off left and right. Give it up. Everybody give it up for Bless B.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey,
Bless B in the building. What do you have to add to the convo, Bless B? You've been listening
I'm
in the
trying to
crowd.
figure out where is the proof. I feel bamboozled.
This was more like a satire comedy show.
I felt that, so I was like, let me just go up here and talk crap because clearly that's what we're doing tonight. So
yeah, we ain't had no primaries tonight. It was
I see.
third, fourth hand sources, but
it was basically some satire and some parody video. Okay.
Something to laugh at before we start the open panel, man. Find some common ground.
I feel like, I ain't want y'all to start fighting, but I was like, y'all gonna overtalk me if you do. So
no, I ain't gonna do that. Like usually a woman brings reason to the situation. Like it could be a group of guys, right? And if I say cut it out, nobody may listen. But as soon as you hear a woman's voice say, "Hey, y'all tripping," like everybody calms down in the room. Like, "Hey, tighten up. There's a woman in here." Like so, like y'all presence can bring balance to a lot of situations. Sometimes, depending on.
Shout out to the ladies. Hey,
shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the bar. Shout out to the ladies and shout
the
out
barbarians.
To the bar. Shout out infomongers, the ladies over there too.
Hey,
I know it's a lot of backtrack drama going on, so they've been tapping in and out, but I appreciate y'all.
We just gonna say, hey.
And so you've been listening to the conversation about Donald Trump and the racist claims. How do you feel about him?
Oh, he's absolutely racist.
Yeah.
Let's go. Give me some
Absolutely.
examples. I'm about to pull up some stuff. I like the Central Park 5 one because this is one where Brandon was asking me, like, what's some of the stuff that you try to correct for the record that makes people accuse you of being a Trump supporter? So my whole thing is, it's funny because me and Brandon have been going back and forth about this topic for how long, Brandon?
Since his first term.
Since his first term. And I'm talking about tension so thick. Like, that's my brother for real, but we be, cuss words, ad homs.
Shout out to your friend because he got sense. Thank you, brother.
We bring
not
it up.
Endorsing this man, supporting us women that voted for this man. You wasn't the 20%. I appreciate you.
We bring it up all high school stuff to drag each other. Just like it was bad out here between me and him about this. So like I was happy that we was able to actually, once we sat down and talk and I slow people down, usually they can agree once they can hear me without being emotional. And I don't want to say emotional in a negative way. This is something that we should all be passionate about. So it's not like it's a negative. Like if you didn't care and didn't have any passion about this, I'd be concerned. Like you don't care about what's going on in the world.
I feel like people have a right to support who they want to. I just think it's weird when you go against your own interests and your own people.
Facts.
That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
And we're going to get into that. And the one thing I say about politics is, okay, you may feel like it's against somebody's interest, but politics is a game of perspective. And
Oh, absolutely.
sometimes there is no right or wrong things. It's just based on where you're standing. And I usually give the example of when I went from a business owner, well, an employee to a business owner. I wanted Bernie Sanders to win. I wanted that $15 minimum wage. Brandon, you remember when I was opening up my clothing store, my jewelry store?
Yeah.
I was all for Bernie. Then I opened up. I'm like, I can't afford $15 an hour. Like, what? This is about to get 10, 11, right? I no longer wanted Bernie to win. In that instant, my whole political perspective changed based on where I was standing in life. And it's just a little example I use, but it's one that's, I feel like it should make sense to everybody. It's personal to me, so I understand it. But based on where I was standing, what I thought was right and I was rallying for and fighting with so much venom.
But see, that's where you should have did additional research, because you was an African American business owner. You had opportunities for grants that could have got you the money you could afford that. And that's what Bernie Sanders also was putting in place too. Barack Obama, same thing. But see, that's why you got to look at more than just one issue and look at more than one thing they be running on. Because when they say small business incentives and things of that nature, you fell under that. It did. It helped me out.
Trust me, I'm all on that. I'm all on that. But
you know what I mean? So
grants is only gonna go so far. Like,
it's
almost like it's a loan that you don't have to pay back, but supplement.
You was a hustler, right? So if you got an extra 10 bands, you mean you couldn't tell me you wouldn't be able to flip that to 20?
That's not what it's about. It's about practical planning, especially when you're running a business. And that sounds good, and everybody believes that they can do that, but it doesn't always go like that.
But so how did it work out under the Republicans for you and your business?
My shit was booming.
It was. So was it booming for 4 years? Then Trump got out of office and it stopped booming. I'm like, what?
Well, there was a combination of things, and correlation doesn't necessarily equal causation. So I won't blame that on what happened.
So what was you paying your employees? So let me ask you that. Since Bernie was charging $15 an hour and you couldn't pay that, what was you paying your employees?
$12 an hour. I was paying them $12 an hour.
So you was paying them 12, not the extra. So the extra 3 was going to you, or where was it going to the business?
The extra 3. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so got you. Okay, so
it was going to keep the business afloat, advertising, things.
For sure.
The rent, overhead, like you say, straight back to the business.
How many employees did you have?
I had 2 employees. Nah, 3. I had 3.
So you couldn't just hire 2 and pay them $15 an hour for a minute.
It's the work. The way my prices were set up.
Did you need the third person? You feel me? Here's the thing. If I could have paid people $15 an hour,
it wouldn't have worked the other way. It wouldn't have worked the other way.
Can you take less salary? If I was making money and I had the opportunity to pay people a little bit more, like say for instance, if I had a business, I'll make $20,000 a year off my business, right? And then say for instance, if I make $20,000 a year and I had the opportunity to pay my employees $15 an hour instead of 12, I would have took $17,000 and just paid them the extra. You know what I'm saying? Because I want people to eat. You feel me? So that's kind of I got an opportunity to pay people more. I might make a little bit less, but at least I'm able to hire some employees to pay them well. Now they working and they good. You feel me? And folks is eating.
Again, started from the ground up. That wasn't an option. That wasn't.
It sounded like it was an option to me. You just could have took 1 less employee and paid the other 2. That was an option.
Not necessarily. No, because they weren't working. Not necessarily. Again, you would have to be in a situation to see the numbers. It sounds good in theory when we're just paraphrasing everything, but once you delve into the numbers,
the numbers things of that nature.
And it's not like I was doing good, but it's not like I was bought. Was I driving around in a Range Rover or something like that, to where you think that I could have been taking extra pay? You were around, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying. My lifestyle didn't drastically change. That's one thing about running a business. I was doing just as good as another person who was working a 9 to 5, but I made my own hours and set my own rules. You know what I'm saying? Just because a person has a business up and running doesn't necessarily mean they've made it already. Sometimes they run a business and they're just getting by like everybody else. But the beauty of it is they're their own boss. They make their own rules. They take their vacations when they want to. If they need to pick their kid up, they can make that happen, and they can still get these bills taken care of. And that's the stage I was at. You know what I'm saying? You remember, I didn't have nothing. I came from the trap. You know what I'm saying? I was selling T-shirts on the side of the road, and then save the money and open up a whole store. And you remember?
You were still falling in the tax bracket, though. You wasn't going to get taxed like them rich folks, though. So
I did go up a tax bracket, though. Yeah, so.
I mean that like not where you would have been in Texas like them rich folks. You know what I'm saying? Like
not
you
that.
dig? Like so like it's like you say, it's all perspective. You feel me? Like so I could dig that. It's all perspective.
And I wish I could have did it, but
No doubt.
let's get back to this racist claim because the Central Park 5 thing gets me because, and here's why: these men say they were guilty. And last week on Thursday on the politics episode, we went to TikTok and we played clips of their confessions. Granted, the prosecutors and the whatever pressed them and made it happen. They confessed to a crime they didn't commit. But if you know how adamant we are about putting these people under the jail.
Right.
We could sit here and talk about putting Donald Trump under the jail right now without having everything in order and all the exact facts.
Mm-hmm.
So once he had a confession, for him to say, man, lock them up and put an ad in the paper, like, man, that's even black folks at that time.
I got you.
Look at that episode. We're saying we thought them boys was guilty. They confessed. Like,
right. Let me ask you a question though. I'm gonna ask you a question. Was she the first white woman ever raped in New York?
No, I mean,
was she the first? Do you think white dudes have raped white women before that situation happened in Central Park?
Yeah.
Do you think they?
I don't know about Central Park. No, let me get to making claims that I can't.
No. I'm saying I
have no clue. No, I'm actually
assuming. No. I'm just saying it's New York City.
I don't like to
we know prior to the Central Park 5, white women were more than likely raped by a white man before that situation happened. More than likely, we know it took place at Central Park before those dudes ever raped. Before a dude ever raped that white woman at Central Park, and it wasn't them. So let me ask you a question: why didn't Donald Trump take out an ad for any other rapist that was white against a white woman prior to them?
Hey, I like the question you posing.
I just wonder.
I don't have an answer.
She wasn't the first white woman ever raped.
I don't have an answer for that one. That's a good question. I like how you put me in a corner like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me go ahead and drop a bomb for the brother right there. Because he's cooking right now. He's cooking.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like she wasn't the first white woman ever raped in New York. How come? And during that time, New York was a crime-ridden city. Why didn't Donald Trump ever take out an ad asking for a white dude's execution when he messed up a white woman or messed up a woman? Period.
Now I don't know what this is going to say.
Why he didn't try to figure out who it was for real? Why did he assume and make assumptions? I mean, that's heavy allegations to put on somebody's life.
Facts. He took out an ad in the
Why
paper.
didn't he try to find out what the truth was?
I mean, I think he took them at their confession. I think that's what happened because most people did. We had Light on here last week. She was talking about. I think she said she stayed in the community around that time, and she said that it was a mixed sentiment amongst the people in the community. And she was talking about the black folks. Like she was like, yeah, half of them thought they did, half of them thought it was some BS. So I was like, I'm like, thank you for telling me that. I'm like, thanks for being honest, because she hates Trump. So I heard you see that little point to me was like, man, I could see you trying to be honest. Like,
but he didn't take an ad out they ain't take no ad out on the paper.
Let me read this right here. Chat GPT. I just typed this in. I don't even know what it's gonna say yet. So I like to let the facts fall where they may. I don't be looking up stuff to try to prove I'm right. My goal is to get it right, and sometimes that means I have to concede when I'm wrong. This reads, I couldn't find a reliable source that gives a specific yearly number. I apologize. My question to ChatGPT was, prior to Central Park 5, how many women raped in Central Park 5 a year? Okay. It says, I couldn't find a reliable source that gives any specific yearly number for how many women were raped in Central Park prior to the Central Park 5 case in 1989. The data are sparse and not broken down in that way.
Just ask how. So that happened in 1989. Just ask how many women were raped in Central Park in 1988. Simple.
I like that question. It says in 1990, though, the NYPD reported 10 rape cases in Central Park. In the year immediately before the jogger attack, 1988, citywide, there were over 3,000 rapes in. Okay, that's in the whole city. That's in the whole city.
Rapes to take out an ad.
It said not limited to Central Park, but let's get into. And where is Central Park located to his building?
Manhattan.
Actually,
that's like Manhattan. That's like the nice area.
Okay, see, I'm glad I'm learning some stuff today.
Yeah.
Y'all is enlightening me. And ask me that question you put me in the corner with again. Say it one more time, because that was a good one.
I mean, how many how many ads did he take out for rapists prior? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
did he take out an
demand no answer for that.
Of any white man to be executed? No, he hasn't. You feel me? When did you ever hear him ask for the execution of a white dude?
Good question. Good question.
You know what I'm saying? Like hell, he ain't even asked for the execution of the dude that shot Charlie Kirk. When
that's
is
crazy.
this
That's
coming out?
crazy. That's
Only
crazy.
thing he's been doing is attacking Democrats. When is he going to say, you know, we need to execute the dude that shot Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, they
He didn't
tripping.
even say that yet.
And it turns out it was a MAGA guy, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Not
great.
even no. He
so
wasn't even a MAGA guy.
See one of their own people. Am I correct?
No, he wasn't even a MAGA guy. He was he's a part of Groyper. Groyper is a bunch of white nationalists that were Trumper guys, but they feel that Trump sold out to Israel because they don't like Jews either. You know what I'm saying? So they're like extreme right. They don't think that Trump is far right enough, B. You know what I mean? The same thing. That's why they popped old buddy. Because Nick Fuentes doesn't like Charlie Kirk, because he feels that Charlie Kirk is you know what I'm saying, isn't extreme enough. He's not white nationalist enough. And those dudes are so extreme. If you want to break it all the way down, the neo-Nazis will murk a white dude in jail if they talk to a black guy. That's how they feel. Like they don't want no type of race mixing.
That's facts.
So they worse than the Trumpers. The Trumpers is like the M&Ms. They're the candy coated shell racists. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they take that to a whole nother level. And they super extreme. And then, but where both of them can agree on, let's just put it all on the left. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate us more than they hate each other.
Yeah, you got me thinking. I'm trying to play devil's advocate on that situation because I
will never advocate for the devil. So you go right ahead.
Semantics, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I was just trying to think of it from both perspectives before I responded.
I'm gonna wait.
I definitely agree. And to the people who wanted to see these sources on this title that we have, Donald Trump was born part of the rainbow community. Let's go ahead and get back into that.
I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. But Arnold Palmer was all man.
This clip is crazy.
I love women, but this is a guy that was all man. His man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had to say it.
President, he used to call me Donald, now he calls me President, so that's nice respect. But he's a rough guy, smart guy, very successful, very rich. I wouldn't even know how we would know this, but because he's got comments. President, could I ask you a question? What? Look at the muscles of this guy. Excuse me. Could you stand up? Look at that guy. You in the beautiful white shirt. Would you? Look at this guy. Holy mackerel. I'm looking at him. I always wanted to look like that. I just didn't want to do the work. You look good. Don't let anyone stop you. You look good.
Put on Pavarotti singing Ave Maria. Nice and loud. Turn it up louder. We want a little action here. Turn it up louder.
Hey, why you hit the glass like that? I'm done, man.
Elon Musk, do you plan to speak to him on the phone anytime soon?
I haven't really thought about it, actually. I would imagine he wants to speak to me. I would think that. If I were him, I'd want to speak to me, and maybe he was already called. You'd have to ask him whether or not he's already called. But I'd have no problem with it. Well, I don't want to say that, but I would imagine he'd want to talk to me.
Did you ever play an instrument? I play.
Don't say I didn't come with sources. Don't say I didn't bring the receipts. You know, you have the evidence right here for yourself, folks. Yeah, we just being pseudo today, man. It's a little satire, man. We keeping it light. There's been so much drama and tension in the air, man. We just doing something to make y'all laugh today. Shout out my guest here, Outlaw Jones, today.
Shout out. Indeed, thank you for having me on, man.
Oh yeah, we ain't done. No, we got to chop it for a second.
For sure.
I'm just done playing that stuff. What else did you want to get into? What's been going on? Really current events. You know what? Watch this. We can let's do a scroll and watch. I'm about to pull up my Instagram. But how do you feel about this whole Charlie Kirk situation? Because this has been been a topic.
I mean, this is how I feel. Break it down to you like this. Charlie Kirk, he went on his podcast saying they should release the Epstein files. Donald Trump literally made a call to that man. The very next day, he said, "You know what? Nah, I'm just let the government handle it." They had him in a meeting. You know what I mean? They let him know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then like, they basically contacted Fuentes. Fuentes riled his crowd up. Some crazy white dude, like it usually be, gets all riled up. And I also think maybe the government had a hand in it too, because some things about that whole situation don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But like like what I feel, this whole Charlie Kirk situation, the Trump administration got their hands all over it, and they used it for multiple reasons. For one, they wanted to distract from the Epstein files. For two, the Epstein files and the jobs reports and everything that's going on with Israel and the economic numbers, all that stuff was kicking his ass. So they needed a distraction. They needed to also get the base united once again and distract them and get everybody talk about something else. And they're also putting in they had they fast forward in their agenda of Project 25, and they're using this as an opportunity to cripple people because everybody likes to label everybody a Democrat if you speak up for black rights or women's rights or gay rights. So you're just automatically a liberal. And so if you're painted as that, they are putting the batteries in people's back to hate you and attack you, or put you in a place where you'll be silenced or you can't earn income. And that's where we're at now. Donald Trump, his base are white nationalists. They use the Christian flag as same way Hitler did, because he used Christianity as a way to hide his evil doings. The same way the Christian Crusades, the same way England used Christianity, the same way the slave masters used Christianity. They are using Christianity to blanket over their evil doings. And if you're not a Trumper, you're just considered an enemy, and that's where they got us at. And then it's all entertainment too, because if you're falling for the shit on either side, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the part of the plan.
Now, explain that a little deeper.
What you mean?
When you say if you fall for it on either side, that's all part of the plan.
All right, so it's just basically like this: fall for it, like meaning, don't give these motherfuckers what they want. Like when Charlie Kirk died, if you ain't fuck with him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to, like, here's the thing, real talk, for real. I think a lot of that shit, like for real, I don't think like you should be able to feel how you want to feel about it. Speak how you want to speak about it. He offended a lot of people and all that shit. So I think like, but you know what I'm saying? Even at the same time, we got to outsmart these motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they want to play the hypocrisy game. Shit, just throw the love right back. Like, oh man, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Damn, son, fucked up. Like shit. You know what I mean? What they gonna say? But if you look at it, then on either side, like the motherfuckers, they fell for the shit, hook, line, and sinker. They killed one. They killed one of their own. They're so stupid. They were already ready to blame a black dude or Mexican. The governor of Utah was praying that it was somebody else. Praying, like, man, what kind of statement is that? I was praying that it was not one of us. Who the fuck is us? American? White? Like, what do you mean it wasn't one of us? Why are you praying? Like, you should have just been praying for the suspect to get caught.
Now, I heard that statement, and I think framing it like that is out of context, because he did thoroughly explain what he meant. No, hold on, brother. You had 3 minutes. Give me 30 seconds. I was just gonna say, all he was trying to say, because he thoroughly explained it, and he said it twice. Because the first time it sounded bad, and then I was waiting, like, yeah, you better explain that, brother. He was like, I was just hoping like it was somebody from another state or something, like it wasn't whatever state they was in. What state was that?
Utah.
He was like, I hope it wasn't one of our fellow Utahns. Like, I said the same thing when I did a podcast on this guy in Ohio, Cincinnati, actually, who killed his.
What difference would it have made though if it was somebody from another
I'm explaining it. I'm explaining it right now.
Uh-huh.
I did a podcast recently on this guy who killed his baby mother, who unalived his baby mother on her due date. And I was saying, man, dang, it would have to be Ohio, man. Man, this brother putting the stain on my state. And it's the same. It was that's the same effect as what he was saying, and he explained it though. But I can see how with little sound bites, them they are easily taken out of context. But I never saw a sound bite. I saw the whole thing after I saw people typing about it. And I was like, okay.
Why is it everything that these Republicans say is always taken out of context,
bro?
Like they literally say it. You feel me? And then like it ain't no soundbite because I watched the whole thing. When you have to go back and explain what you said because you're getting bad press about it, like he literally said from another state or another country, or like you know what I'm saying? Like he literally said that too.
What's his name?
It's about being a state. Like
what's his name? Let's look at it.
Governor. I don't know. Like let's say the governor of Utah.
Let's watch it back in detail.
For sure.
Because there's some people who haven't seen it.
Right.
And if you're right, you're right. I love the receipts, and so do the fans. Governor of Utah, excuse me.
I was praying. I would have been like, man, I'm praying the killer get caught.
But I literally go to my podcast where I'm like, dang, this brother put a stain on our state by being the one that did this. I wish this wasn't in Ohio. And they were like, what do you mean? Like, but nobody, when I said that, I'm black, so nobody gonna be like, you're being, you know. And then if you're saying they're being racist against who? Everybody that's not white?
I mean, that's just like saying any crime, you wish any crime would like, so you think that all the crime that's done in your state is, you're hoping it's from somebody from another state? Like literally all the crime, most of the crime that takes place inside of a state, a city is usually done by the people of that state and city. So that's usually how it goes. Like how come like nobody ever would, man, I wish the school shooter was from another state or city. Like
I literally said that I'm telling you, I just said that in my last episode. I'm saying, man, I'm sorry this dude is from Ohio who done killed his baby mama who's pregnant on her due date. He just put a stain on our state. Now it was an Ohio dude that did it. So I can literally think back a week and a half ago to that podcast and I can see that statement and see that they're exactly the same. But
I mean, I feel it because the whole time, man, I was like, I hope when a black dude or Mexican ain't do it.
Yeah, see, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
As soon as something happen, we be like, man, it better not be a nigga.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. There's a reason why we say it though. The reason why we say it is because we know how the white folks is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If one black dude does something, they look at all of us like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna come after. There's a reason why we say it. The reason why they say it is just because they don't want to look bad. We say it because we know that damn it, our lives and our livelihoods will be at risk. It's a whole totally different thing.
Let's play the video and see why the governor of Utah said it.
I've been as angry as I have ever been.
Can you hear him?
As sad as I have ever been. And it was as anger pushed me to the brink, it was actually Charlie's words that pulled me back. I'd like to share some of those. And specifically right now, if I could, I need to talk to the young people in our state, in my state, and all across the country. As President Trump reminded me, he said, you know who really loved Charlie? The youths. And he's right. Young people love Charlie. And young people hated Charlie. And Charlie went into those places anyway. And these are the words that have helped me. Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when you get violence. He said, the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Welcome without judgment, love without condition, forgive without limit. He said, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. A few months ago, I referenced this last night, Charlie posted to social media, when things are moving very fast and people are losing their minds, it's important to stay grounded. Turn off your phone, read scripture, spend time with friends, and remember, internet fury is not real life. It's going to be okay.
And that's a deep message.
He again said, when you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with,
powerful for both
it becomes
sides.
a lot easier to commit violence. He said, what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable agreement being able to have reasonable agreement where violence is not an option.
And
now, again,
hold on, before we even get to that stuff where he's about to say the goofy thing, I just do want to say I agree with that, because me and you've been at odds about just basic politics and just our talking, and it doesn't need to be. That's why this troubled me. A lot of people were celebrating, but what it represented to me was the death of healthy dialogue like we're having right now. You see what I'm saying? Whether you agree or hate the other person, like everybody has the right to still, like a racist person still got the right to live. We don't got the right to take him from the earth just because he don't like us. Hell, I don't even like half you niggas, and I don't like most of them. So you see what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, don't like he did.
Go ahead, it's on you. You cut out, sir. Cut out. You still there, Brandon? You're still there, Outlaw 216. Okay, while he comes back, I'll finish this out. So you guys got full context on this. You saw this video in its entirety.
It's out there. You are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option. But through those words, we have a reminder that we can choose a different path.
Those motherfuckers shot that dude.
Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now. Not by pretending differences don't matter, but by embracing our differences and having those hard conversations.
Why does Kash Patel looks like he wants to just bust out laughing? Am I tripping?
Listen, for one thing, Kash Patel, that motherfucker is like he's a part of this shit. Like Kash Patel, like he Kash Patel knows what the fuck is going on. Like,
his body language, yeah. I don't like
that dude. He Kash Patel, that dude has got Trump's. Like that's why Trump might be a fruitcake, because Kash Patel definitely got his penis all in his mouth.
Big pause, big pause.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't want somebody cutting up your clips and doing what they did to Donald Trump in the beginning of this show. You know what I'm saying?
Big pause. But like Kash Patel, he's helping cover up the Epstein shit. And he's the head of the FBI, who had no experience. He was just a podcaster, by the way, who's running the FBI right now, by the way.
Kash Patel was a podcaster.
Yes. No law enforcement experience.
Okay, tell me more about Kash Patel for a brief second.
All right, this is Kash Patel. He's a Trump supporter. The podcast with a lot of streamers, with a lot of people. Trump liked what he was talking about, hired him as his head of the FBI. There you go. Boom.
Okay, let me get into Kash Patel, because I typed it in. Because I'm like, no.
He wasn't even an FBI agent.
We're about to get into the history of Kash Patel.
Get into it.
We didn't get into finish this video, but
the guy that runs the FBI was never an FBI agent. It's wild. That is wild.
What was his position? Because there was a debate whether he was qualified or not. Share this tab. Okay, now you guys can see what I see. Let me go ahead and pull this back. I said Kash Patel. Did he start out as a podcaster? ChatGPT says no. Kash Patel did not start as a podcaster. He began his career as a public defender, later worked as a federal prosecutor. So he was a federal prosecutor, then moved into national security and intelligence roles. He served. Now, see, this is how. So you're not aware of any of his involvement in trying to speak out against the January 6th committee, because he was doing that in his official capacity, not as a podcaster. That's why when you said that, I'm like, no. I remember when he was trying to blow the lid on that and they shut him down. But we'll get into this. It says, so he was a federal prosecutor, then moved into national security and intelligence roles. He served on the House Intelligence Committee staff and later in senior roles under the Trump administration, including at the National Security Council and as chief and staff to the acting Secretary of Defense in 2020. So, 5 years ago, he was right up under the Secretary of Defense. He only moved into media and podcasting after leaving government service. Would you like me to lay out a short career timeline so you can see the path he took before podcasting? And again, we still got to look this stuff up. You know, sometimes ChatGPT be biased, but I mean, it'll give you some misinformation. You got to check the sources. Should have told it to cite the sources along the way. But I already knew this about him. I didn't just want to be like, no, you're wrong. I'm like, shit, let's look up the sources. There may be other people who have this misinformation in their bag. And, you know, we don't want them going around looking misinformed to people who actually know. Because then, you know, it makes them look sick, you know. That's why I be trying to correct the misinformation. It don't be in my effort to defend Trump. It be in my effort to help my people see the reality that's really in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe in a lie, then that means you've been sold a trick and you're not seeing things for what they really are. Again, this guy would have never got my vote. But yeah, let's get back into this. Oh, that's a Central Park 5 one. Where was I at? Oh no, we're in the right spot. Here's the timeline. Early 2000s to 2010, he was a public defender. 2017 to 2019, he worked for the House Intelligence Committee. Trump administration roles in 2019 to 2021. Post-government, 21 to present, he transitioned into writing, media appearances, became a commentator aligned with the conservative. You know what? Let me ask about what was the scandal that he was involved in with the January 6th committee. You still there, Outlaw Jones? My dad sent me this. I know it's serious. Okay, so let's get into this right here. Just so that way, if anybody isn't aware of what happened with him and the January 6th stuff, you know, it was pretty wild to say the least. Here's a summary of the controversies, scandals involving Kash Patel and the January 6th committee based on publicly reported claims. Okay. It says what's known / alleged. He was subpoenaed and testified. Patel was subpoenaed by the House Select Committee on the January 6th attack in September 2021. Source CNN. Okay, yeah, that's right there. He later appeared before the committee behind closed doors for several hours. They didn't let him testify publicly, which is what the big gripe was about. I do remember that, and that's how I remember he wasn't a podcaster, that he actually did have some experience and background in politics and security. Yeah. So communication and potential involvement in security. The committee was interested in his communications within White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows on the day of the attack and how the Department of Defense was preparing for responding to January 6th. There is dispute over whether President Trump authorized guard deployment or if Patel was claiming such authorization. This contradicted other testimony. Pretty much, he was trying to clear the record for Trump, saying that Nancy Pelosi and him was blocking this. And they didn't let him go and testify publicly, even though he should have been able to. So that's why I remember him, and that's what he's famous for to me. A lot of the other people may know him as a podcaster, but I didn't even know he did that. Again, he's famous to me for this whole January 6th thing that they were conveniently trying to silence and, you know, and push one narrative. It seemed like. And again, you know, this is everybody has access to this information. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to Outlaw Jones. He dropped out for a second. And while he's doing that, let's go ahead and go to a word from our sponsors. Boom.
In a world where ideas collide and voices rise like giants, a new arena has opened. Welcome to Titans Debate League, where articulate warriors step forward, not with.
And this starts the second week of October, everyone. I'm about to show you the updated brackets with everyone who's involved.
Fists, but with words. Not with weapons, but with truth. Here, the community becomes the battleground. Open panels, real voices, the questions that keep you awake at night, the issues that shape our world. Everyone has a chance to rise, to be heard, to see if their information will reign supreme. Will you watch from the sidelines, or will you step into the arena? Subscribe now at Titans Debate League.
Let's go. Y'all already know you can subscribe right now. YouTube.com/@Titans Debate League. Hit that bell so you get a notification every time we go live so you don't miss any of the action. And let me show you what we have coming up this weekend as well. This weekend, we have none other than the great, the legendary.
On the left, standing tall for Team Naga, a fearless warrior forged in fire and sharpened by strategy. He packages theology like a blade. He strikes with wit like a hammer. They call him Anu Kakarot. But tonight, his match is not just another clash. On the right, stepping into the arena with poise and unshakable style, the teacher, the slasher of souls, a man armed with the wisdom of the Owaspi Bible, the one they call Cosmon Cal of Creator Gang. Two titans of intellect, two warriors of words, one arena, one gauntlet, no escape. This Saturday, September 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Titans Debate League presents Anu Kakarot versus Cosmon Cal. Questions will cut like swords, sources will strike like spears, and only one warrior will stand victorious. Be there to witness the clash. Are you not entertained? Face off.
Yeah, this is one you are not going to want to miss, people. This is one you are not going to want to miss. This Saturday, September 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you are there for Anu Kakarot versus Cosmon Cal. It's going to be a clash of the Titans. Only one man will walk out victorious. Oh, yeah, this is the face-off. So you guys get to see what this is all about. Outlaw Jones, are you there? Hey, and let me drop that link in the chat in case anyone wants to come up on the panel and share a few thoughts about Donald Trump. It's Bash Donald Trump Day. We got Lime 2 in the building. Lime 2's wilding over there. We're not even going to talk about that one. Okay, I get it. Outlaw Jones, you may have to go out and come back in. There you go. I can hear you now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened? You were muted up?
No, yeah, I was reading this breaking news. How the FBI is pissed off at Patel. Like, it was just so happens that this shit popped up.
Send it. Oh, do you know how to post that in the private comment so I can pull it up?
Yeah. Hold on.
Copy and paste that link in the private chat. There should be a button that says private chat. Yeah, let's pull that up, man. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go back to this because we were going to do a scroll and watch. And let's see what they're talking about right here.
Listen, I live in China.
What? Why I take that video down like that?
I'm coming in.
This might be the most beautiful.
Let's see what they
You know
about.
what will forever be my Roman Empire? The fact that Democrats will never acknowledge that Joe Biden is racist. He was president for 4 years. There were no protests. There were no...
Why is Instagram not playing nothing? Let me refresh this. Instagram acting crazy.
Uh-oh.
Do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys dumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me.
That's professionally call a nigga a pussy and a coward right in his face. Not one of them women in there answered that question and said, yeah, I think nobody think you'll do nothing. And that's worse than being broke, man. That's way worse than being broke. Call Dame broke all you want. His women don't never feel unprotected. I feel the same way Dame feel, bro. You hear me? If I ain't good enough to at least change your fucking tire or defend you, what the fuck the money worth? That's why them hoes be looking at you niggas just like a fucking piggy bank. They don't.
Yeah, I didn't really see that though, but he ain't lying.
Good morning. I didn't check Instagram.
Can you hear the sound, Brandon?
Man, I'm about sick of this dude.
Okay.
Y'all brain is scrambled eggs and mashed potatoes, fool. There's no way y'all believe this man was truly racist. How is somebody racist for saying that you should be judged of the content of your character, not the color of your skin? Like MLK Day. You remember what MLK said? Like what, bro? He wanted you to have merit. He let us know that there was nothing holding us back from doing whatever the white man could. Like, bro, I literally do not see how y'all feel like this.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Systematic racism is a thing, and just because,
man, like that kid is young as shit. First of all, he don't know. Like that kid, like here's the thing: you got to age of black kids that hasn't dealt with that hasn't seen or that even has studied what the ugly side of America is. You know what I'm saying? Those kids don't read books; they read YouTube and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing: with DEI, people got the whole misconception wrong. It ain't to give black people who are not qualified for a job. Is to make sure that a black dude that's qualified gets a job over the white dude that's not qualified. Because for the longest time, white dudes that weren't qualified for jobs were getting jobs because they were white, and a black dude with the credentials couldn't. So they put in an end where you cannot basically have an all-white company. Yeah, because there's black people out here that's qualified. Like that, and so what the white nationalists they did, the super get rid of it because you guys can do what we do. Yeah, but guess what? You're still gonna get hired by majority of these businesses are owned by white guys. So now you gotta hope that your credentials will outdo this white guy's high school diploma. Because more than likely they're gonna hire him first. Because they're also saying that black people cause the most crime. They're also saying that black people commit the most murders and all that, which is statistically not true. So on one end, he's gonna tell you, we should get rid of DEI because But at the same time, you're also in the same sentence saying that we're the biggest thieves, we're the biggest criminals. So now the white dude is going to look at that, and now you just hope. So, and it was put in by us. So we were able to work and get laws placed in by us. We fought for a lot, and so the whole thing is where it's not about infiltrating the system and beating it. Black people for years have been outsmarting the system.
You cut out again, Outlaw. You cut out again. Yeah, there you go.
I got a phone call. Yeah, but yeah, like we've been beating the system over and over again. We've been outsmarting the system. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing. Like people think and all them racist white folks, they're lucky that the black folks in the 60s didn't go out and get violent. What we did was we worked the system, and we had a lot of things work in our favor. You know what I'm saying? And we was able to, but the thing is, the country was so fucked up, we still had a whole bunch of more work to do. But every single time we on the way to that progress, we get impatient. We put a white motherfucker in office that ain't got our best interests at heart. Look at it. We went Republican. If you look at how I went, it goes Republican, Democrat every 4 to 8 years.
Okay, now I did want to touch on that DEI thing because the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place, so they still can't.
No, they removed that, bro. They're removing that.
No, it's not removed right now. So if they're going to do it in the future, they got to propose that, but that hasn't been done. And I'm reading it right now. What's still in place? The protections and limits. It says even though EO 11246 is revoked, many other civil rights laws remain in force. For example, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 continues to prohibit employment discrimination on the basis of race, sex, religion, national origin, etc. So we already had protections against this. The Civil Rights Act, we have affirmative action. Those things are still in place. DEI was like the third band-aid on top of it. Removing that, we still have protections against them discriminating against us based on race, period. So they still can't do what they're doing, which kind of let me know, like, what are we really fighting for? Especially when we look at the DEI numbers and we find out that white women are the leading hires. Are you familiar with those statistics?
Who told you that?
Well, let's look them up together.
Well, here's the thing. White women would be the leading hires because there's more white women than black women. So, yeah, those numbers will probably be, yeah.
Give the statistics by race on DEI hires. I believe my screen is sharing. I've seen the answer to this, but it was on blackenterprise.com. So maybe Google.com.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, here we go. Blackenterprise.com. Black people only comprise 4% of DEI positions in the workplace, which means the other 96% of DEI hires are going to people who are not black. So it seems like we should be boycotting DEI for their failure to properly create equity and diversity in the workplace, not boycotting the removal of it. And let's get into these numbers, because you'll be surprised that white women are about 64% of the hires.
Yeah, because I mean, white women.
It gets deep. It gets deep.
Yeah.
It gets deep. Well, diversity, equity, and inclusion, again, was something that we didn't need because we already had affirmative action in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in place. What this actually did was put civil rights protections in place for other people who were co-opting the black people's struggle and civil rights movement to get rights for themselves.
Okay, so
when me and you walk down the street, I know you're black. You know what I'm saying? We can't hide that. That's something, our skin color, you can't tell. But whether you're gay or not, that, like, you don't wear that on your sleeve. I mean, I see today they're attempting to, but so for them to co-opt our movement and use civil rights, and then we fall to the back burner, that's something that always bothered me.
All right, well, let me ask you a question.
Again, that's what you see going here.
What's the population of black
people? We can get
like
into this article.
Go ahead.
Let's wait. First, let's get into the article, because I don't want to be just a person who reads titles for people, because I know some people may say, scroll down, let's get into it.
For sure.
And whatever questions you have, if you take notes, we can get to them. I try to keep a little pad or a notepad open, because I don't be wanting to interrupt, you know. Okay, following the my screen's freezing a little bit. Let me just take it slow. And I was sharing this when the whole DEI thing came out, because I was like, what? I'm like, how do black people think that they're the face of this? How did we become the face of DEI when we're only 4% of the hires? I'm like, white women should be the face of this, but how come they aren't making white people the face of this struggle? And I'm like, if black people knew what they was fighting for, they'd probably stop. Because they're effectively fighting to get more white women hired when they fight for DEI, because this is what the numbers reflect.
See, here's the thing. You don't get it, bro. Them white dudes, they like, just like they like, it's just like this. How they think that immigrants are stealing their jobs, they think that DEI was stealing their jobs. That's why they have a problem with it. So they're trying to tell us, like, yeah, it's not working for us. But here's the thing. Yeah, it's not, like, here's the thing. Whether we need it or we don't need it, why the fuck do y'all want to get rid of it? You know what I'm saying? But because here's the thing. It'll take away, because also them fucking Republicans, they don't want their women working. They want their women in the house. And
that's what I was going to say. It's more of a sexist thing than it is a racist thing. Because if we look at the numbers and who's reflected,
the only people that's making it about racists don't. But you don't get it, bro. The reason why those white dudes are saying the shit that black people don't need DEI because they don't want their white women to think so they're using us as a shield. You feel me?
It's kind of. I'm trying to respond to that.
We ain't saying nothing about it. Those white guys are the only ones complaining about it and putting it on us.
Actually, brother, there's trans. They are putting it on us. Now, let me respond to you. Give me 2 minutes.
For sure.
Again, it is more sexist than it is racist, and I say that because this is about the struggle between a white man and his woman. This really ain't got nothing to do with us, and the numbers tell us that. If
but they're using
the time
us
to look
as
at
a part of their argument.
Propaganda. Hold on, B. I'm about to get to that point. Trust me, I'm gonna address that. By the time I get to the end, I'm about to address everything you said. I promise you. So again, the numbers don't reflect that. We're the lowest on the totem pole of DEI hires. I'm trying to show this chart, but my computer is freezing. Damn, that sucks. I can't even get back to the podcast screen right now. But you can hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'll just keep it between the white men on the front lines. Tell them that he's trying to rip the Constitution and blame it on racism because that gets them emotionally triggered. And when people are emotional, they can't think clearly. Emotion clouds your judgment. It clouds cognitive thinking.
Yes.
It clouds your cognitive functions. And that's why I always try to slow people down so we can have a more productive conversation. But yeah, this is more sexist than anything. And what the Democrats keep effectively doing is taking a problem that's not racist, slapping racism on it because they know they.
Who's doing that? The Democrats. Hello?
Left, standing tall for Team Naga. A fearless warrior, forged in fire and sharpened by strategy. He packages theology like a blade. He strikes with wit like a hammer. They call him Anu Kakarot. But tonight, his match is not just another clash. On the right, stepping into the arena with poise and unshakable style, the teacher, the slasher of souls, a man armed with the wisdom of the Owaspy Bible, the one they call Cosmon Cal of Creator Gang. Two titans of intellect, two warriors of words, one arena, one gauntlet, no escape. This Saturday, September 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Titans Debate League presents Anu Kakarot versus Cosmon Cal. Questions will cut like swords, sources will strike like spears, and only one warrior will stand victorious. Be there to witness the clash. Are you not entertained? The face-off.
I'm a body. Look, Galatians 5:25. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. Know what I'm talking about? I ain't moving off height, I'm moving off him. I'm a body, but I'm locked in. Let go. My body filled up, I ain't lacking. Holy Spirit sleep, had me dancing and attacking. Devil in the way, then you know we get to clapping. Ephesians 6, so the whole squad packing. I'm on my body, I be walking in the flames. Isaiah 54, ain't no weapon got a name. Moving in the spirit, I ain't worried about the shame. Covered in the blood, I be stepping unashamed. I be stepping like David, got the praise in my feet. Had to kick a lie, tryna whisper in my sleep. Every move, holy led, I don't dance all deep. I be shouting in the spirit while I slide on the seat. On like Paul, when I pop out, I'm protected. Tried to flex and flesh, had to learn I was rejected. Now I'm spirit checked, I ain't moved by affection. Lieutenant 19, not your surface with no question. I was down bad, now I'm up in my zone. Took the devil's lies, turned them all into poems. I'm out of my body, but I'm right where I belong. Shouting hallelujah with the squad to the throne. My body filled up, I ain't lacking. Holy Spirit sleep, had me dancing and attacking. Devil in the way, then you know we get to clapping. Ephesians 6, so the whole squad packing. I'm on my body, I be walking in the flames. Isaiah 54, ain't no weapon got a name. Moving in the spirit, I ain't worried about the shame. Covered in the blood, I be stepping unashamed.
Pressure cut the diamonds on my wrist. Pressure cut the diamonds on my gift, yeah. Pressure turn me up into a pit. Pressure turn me down so you can turn up. And when you turn up, they all gon' burn up. Lord, you said that my parents was gon' be here. Lord, you said what I proclaimed and it's gon' be clear. I don't know what they mean when they try to team. We get to dumping like some fiends. Will you move a spleen? Bible told her, big body floater. Let your light shine everywhere I go to. Let your light blind everyone who go to dark places. Let them see their own faces in them crawl spaces. I keep it way too much OG, my nigga. Tell me, how do you consider it's gon' be, my nigga? Ain't gon' go down that way, Yahweh or no way, Yahweh or no way, no way.
My body filled up, I ain't lacking. Holy Spirit slid, had me dancing and attacking. Devil in the way, then you know we get to clapping. Ephesians 6, so the whole squad packing. I'm on my body, I be walking in the flames. Isaiah 54, ain't no weapon got a name. Moving in the spirit, I ain't worried about the shame. Covered in the blood, I be stepping on the shame.